Hello, welcome back to the Power Bank. Ito na naman si Teacher Jesse and ngayon ang discuss ko sa inyo ay ang tungkol sa introduction to the ratio. Okay, so we have the gearing up activity. We have this problem or situation. In Mr. Romero's grade 6 math class, there are 21 boys and 18 girls. Compare the number of boys to the number of girls and vice versa. So, pag naka-encounter tayo ng ganitong case sa mathematics, yung say compare the number of boys to the number of girls and vice versa, ang gagawin natin ay gagamitan natin ng concept ng ratio. So, boys to girls and vice versa. Vice versa means in math, girls to boys. So, pabaligtad. Okay, so ano yung mga dapat nating malalaman about ratio? So, that will be the one that I will be discussing with you today. So we have the concept of ratio. What is the ratio? Okay, it is a way of comparing two or more quantities having the same units. The quantities may be separate entities or may be different parts of a whole. So ito yung definition ng ratio. Comparing two or more quantities. So, you say, with the previous example, yan, compare natin yung dalawang quantities. We have boys and girls. Yan ang dalawang quantities. And they are the same units. When you say same units, although magkaiba yung boys and girls, the same units sila kasi parehong mga tao. Yan. So, and ang quantities na ginagamit, 21 and 18. So, numerical number quantities. So, mabibilang natin, ma-identify natin kung ilan. Okay? So, what are the examples? We have 3:10. Ayan. We have 4 melons in every 10 fruits. So, they are all fruits. 4:10. Okay. So, every 10 fruits daw, merong 4 melons. And 30 seconds to 6 minutes. The same quantity, time, although the units used are different. We have seconds and minutes. Okay. Later on, we'll be discussing kung ano yung gagawin kapag magkaiba ang kanilang units na ginamit. Okay, so how do we write ratios? We have word forms. Ayan, 30 seconds to 2 minutes. Gamitan ng words. Or A is to B. Ito yung pinaka-common, yung ginagamitan ng words na is to. Phrase na is to. Okay, we have colon form. The second way of doing it, or writing ratios, we have this symbol colon. Ayan. So, 30 is to 20, 120. Ang pagbasa niyan is to. Is to pa rin yan. Pagkaparehas lang sila. Okay. Parang magkaparehas na sila. Related to. So, 30 seconds. Since 1 minute merong 60 seconds. So, pag 2 minutes, 60 times to 120. So, yan. Express lang natin to different ratios. We have A is to B. Ayan. A is to B parehas lang. Pagkakasulat lang ang difference. And fraction form. We can write 30 over 120 or 30 A over B. So these are the 3 different ways on how to express or write ratios. Okay. Next is the next concept that we need to remember is ratios must be expressed in simplest form or lowest terms. So, parang sa mga fractions, your answer should be expressed daw sa lowest terms or the simplest form. So, for example, there are 15 boys and 12 girls in a class. Then, the ratio of the boys to the girls is 15 is to 12. The correct order should be observed. So, yan, take note, napakahalaga niyan. Kapag sinabing ratio of boys to girls, dapat una talaga yung 15 boys or 15 kaysa sa 12. Pag inuna mo ang 12 is to 15, that is wrong. Okay? So yan, 15 is to 12, boys to girls. Next, this is what we call the first term and this is the second term. Although meron rin tayong ratio na 3 quantities, yung 1 is to 2 is to 3. Pero i-discuss yan na later on yung mga partitive proportion. Another concept na naman yan. So we have first term and the second term. Next is, since ang target natin dito is simplest form, kung titingnan mo 15 and 12, mayroon pang magagamit para ma-divide tong mga numbers na to. So, meron silang kumbaga factors, common factors. So, gagamitan natin ng one way is continuous division or the decomposition method. Okay, so, hanap kayo ng factors na pwedeng makadivide sa 15 and 12, which is 3. Diba? Kasi mga prime factors, we have 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, yun ang mga divisors, common or prime divisors. So 3. So 15 divided by 3, skip count ka lang, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. So we have 5. And then 3, 6, 9, 12. We have 4. So 5 is to 4 ang answer. Or there is another way. Pwede rin ganito ang gagamitin mo, fraction form. So express mo lang 3 is 3 times 5 and 3 times 4. Okay? Kasi 3 times 5 is 15, 3 times 4 is 12. Tapos cross out mo, cancel out mo lang yung dalawa kasi parehas lang naman yan. 3 divided by 3 is 1. So magtitira 5 over 4. So it means the ratio of boys to girls in the class is 5 is to 4 or 5/4 or 5 over 4. Okay? So we need to express ratios in simplest form or lowest terms. Yan, wag natin kalimutan yan palagi. Okay, additional examples. Example number 1, we have in the word mathematics, what is the ratio of vowels to consonants and vice versa? So, vice versa, yan na, baligtad rin. So, unahin natin yung vowels and consonants. The first step is, identify muna natin kung alin dito ang mga vowels. So, syempre, we have 3 vowels. Although, apat sila, 1, 2, 3, 4. Since we are not dealing with numbers of letters nandito, yung vowels lang. So since ang vowel na A, isa lang naman yan, vowel na A, and then E and I. So there are 3 vowels. And ang consonants, we have dalawang M, pero we'll just count it as 1. So T, C, so there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So when we say vowels to consonants, we have 3 is to 5. Okay? So, kumbaga, we are treating A as only one vowel. Okay, yan. Huwag niyo kalimutan, baka malito kayo. 1, 2, 3, 4 ang sagot niyo. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 7. So, 4 is to 7. So, yan. Okay ba yan? Okay, another example. Express the ratio of 2 25 centavo coins to 2 pesos and 50 centavo coins. So, yan. So, since wala tayong 250 na coins, ibig sabihin, mga ibang denomination yan. Maaring 2 piso, tsaka 50 cents. Since wala tayong 50 cents, so malamang convert muna natin into 25 cents. So, the present, nowadays, meron tayong present denomination na 25 cent, isang coin, 25 centavo coin. So, yun yung gagamitin natin. So, we need to make sure that the two quantities have the same units. Since this is peso and this is centavo, so gagawin natin silang common. And then, ang common, mas madali kung gagawin natin yung lower units, which is centavo. So, we have to remember that there are 4 25 centavo coins in 1 peso coin. Kasi nga, kumbaga, pag meron kayong 4 na 25 centavo coins, 1 piso na yon. So, we can convert this into 10 25 centavo coin kasi sa kung piso may 4 plus another piso, 4 rin, so 8 na. So, we have 8 25 centavo coin. Tapos, meron pang 50 kasi 250, 2 pesos and 50 cents. So, ang 50 cents is dalawang 25 centavo. So, 4 plus 4, 8 plus 2, 10. Therefore, there are 10 25 centavo coins. So, parang 2. So, kung 2, so 2 is to 10. Yung kumbaga. So, yan. The ratio is 2 is to 10. Or, if we are going to follow the direction na dapat express into simplest forms, so, divide mo lang yan ng 2. Divide mo ng 2. So, 2 divided by 2 is 1. And 10 divided by 2 is 5. So, ang answer natin is 1 is to 5. Kung medyo nahihirapan, so gagamitan natin ng visualization. Ayan. So, this is 25 centavo coin and then dalawa daw, 2 25 centavo coin. Tapos, 250. So, ayan ang 250. 2 piso, tsaka 50 cents. Ayan. 2 25 cents. So, since convert natin to, yan, 2 pa rin. And then, ang isang piso ay 4 na 25 centavo coin. Ayan. So, piso, another piso, and then 2 pa. So, we have 1, 2. Yan, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2 is to 10. Okay, paano kukunin ang 1/5? Or 1 is to 5? So, simple lang. Simplest form. Group natin, this is 1. Ayan, meron tayong 1. Tapos dito sa baba naman, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, ayan yung concept niyan. So, it is 1 is to 5. The same lang. They are just equivalent fractions, kumbaga. Or equivalent ratios. Okay, this is the second example. Another, write ratios equivalent to 3 is to 5. So, this time, baligtad. 3 is to 5 is equal to, or is the simplest form. Hanap kayo ngayon ng mga fractions na, kumbaga, gagawin mong 3 times 2, 5 times 2, yan. So, yan. Kagaya nito. 3 times 2, 5 times 2 equals 6 is to 10. So, 3 is to 5 is equal to 6 is to 10. Or 6 over 10. 3/5 is equal to 6 tenths. Ayan. Times 3 na naman. So, 3 times 3, 9. 5 times 3 is 15. Kasi may mga cases na ganyan ang hinahanap is mga equivalent ratios. So, 3 times 4 is 12 and 5 times 4 is equal to 20. Okay? So, yun lang naman yung concept ng ratios. Pabalik-balik lang. So, kailangan lang intindihin natin. And do not forget, huwag baligtarin. The order should be observed. Important. Napaka-importante ng order. And then, another one is yung express ratios in simplest form. Except for this, kasi pag hinanap ang equivalent ratios, syempre, hindi marami dyan or ilan dyan not in simplest forms para makahanap ka ng equivalent ratios. Okay? Okay, so we have another additional example. Joshua scored 200 points in 10 basketball games. What is the rate of the number of points that Joshua scored in every game? So we have another concept, this rate. Okay, what is this rate? Ano ba tong rate na to? Okay, we have, this is a special kind of ratio which is called rate, which compares quantities with different units. So there are two quantities, there are two different units. Here we have points and game. Although magkaiba sila, pero ang quantity nila the same number, 210. However, kumbaga ang units na ginagamit ay magkaiba kasi nga 200 points in 10 games. So, yan ang tinatawag nating rate. Okay? So, anong gagawin natin? So, we have the same. We have 200 points over 10 games or 200 points is to 10 games. Tapos, apply na naman natin ang concept ng simplifying fractions or simplifying ratios. So, hanap lang tayo ng common factor. We have 10. So, pwede natin, or simply by just removing these two zeros. Ayan, cross out lang natin yan. Two zeros na yan. Shortcut na yan. So, 20 points in every game. So, yan. 20 points over one game. Ibig sabihin, sa isang game, average niya is 20 points. So, pag halimbawa, dalawang games, 40 points. Pag tatlong games, yun, mga equivalent ratios na yun. Pag tatlong games, 60 points. Hanggang kung 10 games, 200 points. This is the concept of rate. So, another kind of or special kind of ratio. Yung mga another examples pa ng mga ratios, ng rate, rather, yung mga kilometer per hour or miles per hour. Yan. Or one classroom is to 30 students. One book is to one student. So, yan yung mga rate. But they are just they are examples of ratios pa rin, comparing two quantities. Okay. So, we will have a math challenge. Ayan. Tingnan natin kung ito yung medyo complicated na to, but if you have watched my videos na tungkol sa Singaporean approach, siguro napakadali lang ito para sa inyo. Okay. The ratio of boys to girls in a math club is 4:3. After 16 more girls joined the club, the ratio became 4:5. How many members are there in the club at the start? And how about after the 16 girls joined? So, analyze natin sa isa. Ang ratio na ng boys to girls, 4:3. So, ibig sabihin, mas marami ang boys kaysa sa girls. Tapos, nung sumali daw yung 16 girls, mas marami na yung girls. Naging 4:5. So, ilan sila at the start? Ilan sila nung after nung sumali yung 16 girls. So, this is an application of ratio. Okay. So, gagamitan natin ng Singaporean approach, yung block models. Kung hindi kayo nakapanood ng mga videos ko tungkol sa Singaporean approach, check nyo lang yung mga videos ko ng aking channel. Okay? So, we have 4:3. Ayan ang boys and then 4:3. Ayan. Mas marami ang girls. Ang boys rather. Okay, nung sumali daw ang 16 more girls joined. So, yan. Naging 4:5. So, 4 kasi yan, tapos 3. Tapos naging 4:5. Ayan, nung sumali. So, itong dalawang boxes na to, yan yung clue natin kung ilan lahat. Okay? Since 16 yung sumali, so dalawang boxes yan. So, 8 yan, and then 8 rin tong isa. Okay, so 8 and 8. Yan. So, since 8 yan, magkaparehas na sila, so 8 na yan lahat. Ayan. Ibig sabihin, at the start, 8 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8 times 7 is 56. And then, nung sumali na yung 16 girls, 56 plus 16 or 8 times 9 is 72. Okay? So, yan yung answer. So, napakadali lang gamit ng block models. Okay, so yan lang muna ang ating discussion for today about introduction to ratios. So, sunod will be ratio and proportion. So, baka makakagawa rin ako ng another or panibagong videos tungkol dyan. Okay, don't forget to subscribe and share, like and share, and comment kung meron kayong mga gusto pang i-discuss na topic. Okay. So, before that, I would like to share with you this quote in math. It is not about how much you know. Babalik-balik ko itong sinasabi. Hindi kailangan, hindi kung gaano ang alam mo, kundi rather it is what you do when you do not know. Ano yung gagawin mo kung hindi mo alam? So, one way is by watching instructional videos. Okay? So, once again, this is Teacher Jesse, and thank you for watching.